Okay, so today it's your seventh class, and the task it is generating the bill. Okay, let me share the screen. We'll start with the task. So in the previous class, they have seen all the things like searching and updation, I guess. So in today's class, we'll be seeing how to generate a bill. So I hope my screen is visible. Let me go to the task. So bill, right? So we will starting with this billing those. So here what you need to do is, first of all, we are generating a bill, right? So that particular bill that we are generating will be stored somewhere. So in my case, I will be storing that in a S drive. I have created drive, separate drive in which I will be having no other contents, empty drive, and inside that I will be just pushing all these PDFs that I am creating, the bills that I have. If you want to print, you can just print them from there. Like you're having soft copies, you can just print them. So for that, to save the file in the PDF format, when you click on save, you require iText PDF. So this is iText PDF, right? If you will be having a jar file in the similar way that you have MySQL connector, you will be having iText PDF. Okay, I'll show that to you. Here inside the libraries, you can see this one, iText jar, itext.jar. So this one you have to just import. You have to download that from the browser, and you can just import that. I have already shown you how to import. So right click on the libraries, go to add jar folder, and it will be taking you to the location. You'll be downloading your jar files, right? So from that location, you can just import that and save it here in the libraries. Okay, that is the thing that you need to do. And once it is completed, it will be automatically imported. So once you're writing the code by using this iText PDF, so it will be automatically imported here. You no need to write these things again. Okay, this is the thing that you need to remember. And after that, and I'm just taking a variable here initially, final total, I'm setting that to 0. Okay, you can see that here. And now let me go to design. After that, I will show you the code for individual buttons. So this is the design basically. And here I'm just taking labels J label 5 and J label 6. These are just labels. Automatically the current date and the current time will be updated. For that also I'll show you how I have created that. And after that, so all these are labels, all these are labels and all these are text fields. Here I'll be just entering the name of the buyer, contact number, email and address of the buyer, and I'll just enter the product ID, product details that I want. If you want to change the quantity, like if you want whatever the quantity that you want, like 2, 3, you can modify. And after that, what you can do is you can just click on add that is presented here. Okay. Once you click on add, what should happen is, so the things that you are entering here, the name that you have given here should be entered into this one. Sorry, not this name, product name. So this product name will be presented here in this table. I'll be moving this product name and I'll store that here under the name. And after that description, whatever is presented here, I'll store that here. And the rate, I'll store that here. Quantity, I'll store that. And also the total. Total is nothing but, so the quantity into rate. I'll multiply this rate and quantity and I'll just make that to total. And after that, uh, what will happen once all these things are displayed here? I'll set all these things to empty, but the name of the buyer, contact number, email and address will be remaining the same. because if you want to buy another product also, he can also buy that. So that is the reason. The name, contact number, all these things will be presented. Previously, whatever you have given, they will be presented only. But this product, whatever you have just added here, so these fields will become empty. And now you can just add one more product. Like let me just take product ID to 2. I'll give the product name. I'll give the rate, quantity, description. Again, I'll click on add. Then the, this row, the previous row will be presented, and the row that I have inserted now will be appended to that. In the similar way, whatever like how many products you want, you can just insert them into this table. And finally, what will happen? These total amounts that you are having here will be added, and that will be displayed here. Okay. And if you do the paid amount and if you click enter, the returned amount will be presented here. So we will be separating the paid amount from the returned amount, sorry, total amount. So you will be getting this returned amount. And you have buttons here, that is save, reset and close. Reset and close are like quite similar to you. If you click on reset, this building page will be closed and it will be again opened, so that it will be looking like it is refreshed. Okay, and close means you will be just closing this building. And coming to save, once you click on save, the bill will be automatically generated, and you will be just saving that. You will be just seeing that in the F drive that I have. Okay, these are the things that we'll be going to see now. Okay, is that clear to you about the implementation that we have discussed, what we are doing? I'll just explain you the code and the output again, but as of now, is that okay to you, what we are doing in the building? Can someone respond? You can also react, you can just text, anything is okay. Okay, okay then. So first we'll go with the save. First we'll go with the save. What should happen? Sorry. First we'll go with add. What should happen when we click on add? And after that we'll see save. These two things only we have to see. The design is quite simple, and we'll also see how the date and time are being automatically generated. Okay. So here, from here you can see that how we are saving. That's all. Simple. First of all, I'm just taking the price, quantity and the total, and I'm storing them here in the price, quantity and total. I'll also run this parallelly. What are the price that I'm having? I'm just getting that from the JTEX field 7, and the quantity I'm just getting that from JTEX field 8, and in the total I'm just multiplying the price and quantity. Okay, and in the table that I'm having, I'm just taking the JTable 3 and storing that in the model. Okay, and after that I'm just adding a row in this model, that model dot add row of new object, and into that model I'm just adding JText field 6, JText field 9, price, this price that I'm having, quantity and total. Okay, once I execute this, I'll also show you so that it will be clear. And once that is added, I'll make all the text fields like price, the product ID, product name, price, description, all those things will be set to null. And final total, initially it is 0, right? I have set final total is 0, and this total that I'm having here will be appended to this final total. And I'll also set the, yeah, if you see this one, see, I'm just taking this product rate, okay, price, this in this price I'm just having JText field 7, so just JText field 7 is this one, the rate that I have. And in the quantity also, I'm just taking the quantity that I have, that is in JText field 8. So this is JText field 8. So this quantity I'm storing in quantity. And in the total, I'm just multiplying these two things and storing in total. And I'm just storing this table, JTable 3, that is JTable 3, the variable name for that table. I'm storing that in model. And now by using model dot add row, I'm just adding the row to that. And in that row, what I'm adding is JTeX fill 6. What is JTeX fill 6 here? Product name is JTeX fill 6. I'm adding the product name. And description, this is JTeX fill 9, I guess. Yeah, JTeX fill 9. And I'm just having this price, quantity, and total. Okay. You see this here. Once I click on add, what should happen? This JTeX field 6 will be coming and appended here. JTeX field 9 will be appended here. Initially I have stored rate in some variable. That variable I'll be just displaying, and the quantity also the same. And the total, I'll multiply these two things, rate and quantity. I'll display the total. And now initially I have final total, right? That is set to 0. Now I'll just add that 0 with this total, and I'll display that here in the total amount. So this is final total that is displayed here. Okay. And I'll set all these things to empty again. That is product ID will become null, that is empty. Product name will become empty. I'll clear all these fields, rate, quantity, description. But I'll not clear these things like name, contact number, email, and address. I'll not clear them. But I'll be clearing these things. That is what will happen when I click on add. All these things will be appended here, and the total amount that we calculate will be added here. And once it is added, I'll set all these things to null so that I can add one more product to this table. Okay, that is the thing that I'm doing. You can see that here. Price, quantity, all these things I have just added to that table. And after that, I'm setting JTeX fields 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to null. Okay, so that I can add one more product. And I'm just adding the final total to this total amount. And I'm just making this final total with be in JTeX field 10 by converting into string. Okay, so this is JTeX field 10. I'm just storing the final total here. Okay, and yeah, this is about add. Once we click on add, this is the thing that is happening. And now let me also show you how the date and time they are being generated. Yeah, this is the thing. First, I'm just taking simple date time format. So this is like just structure. This is the syntax that you need to remember. So I'm just taking a variable as simple date time format, and d format is to date is new. I'm just creating this object that is ddmmyyyy. So you have to remember this one. Mm is minutes, sorry, month and minutes. You can see month will be in capital, dd date, will be capital, that is month will be capital. Here hours will be capital H. So because in both the things like date and time will have m, right? So that is the reason here it is capital, and here it is small. You have to remember this. Minutes you have to mention small m, and in the month you have to mention capital M. In coming to time we'll have hours in capital letter, that is H. H will be in capital. The same format. Okay, date, I'm just creating a new date and I'm setting that in the JLabel 5. In the similar way, I'm just taking the local time and then just setting that in the JLabel. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, is that clear to about these two things, about add and the date and time that we are generating? Is that clear to you? And we are having one more button, right? That is save. Reset and close. I'll also show reset and close to you first, and after that we'll see save. And we are also doing few more things. I'll explain that to you. But as of now, first let me show you for save. Yeah, first this is for close. For closing, I'm just making the page to be set visible of false. And this is for refresh. That is, first I'm just making this to be closed, and I'll open the same page again so that it will be refreshed. So this is about reset. And we have save, right? So save is this one. J button 2 is save. So first of all, I'm bringing JText field 1 that I have. That is this contact number, email, whatever things that I'm having here. I'm just storing them in the variables, that is name, contact number, email and address. And I'm just taking the path as F drive. In this F drive, I'm storing them. I'll also show you one example to you. Okay. Let me add other drive. Let me take some name. Okay. And here if you observe, once I click on product ID 1, press tab, sorry, press enter, press enter. See, automatically you'll be getting them. Okay. Once I click on, like once I just type 1 and click enter, automatically the product name, rate, quantity will be displayed here. Okay, I'll show how that is being displayed also by using the like by pressing enter, it is being generated, right? So I'll also show that to you how that is being added. But as of now, we have discussed about add, right? So I'll just remove 1, I'll place 4, so that I'll be getting 4,000 here in the total. And initially it is 0, right? So 0 plus 4,000 will be added, and then total amount it will be getting 4,000. See, all those things you have added here, the name, description, rate, quantity, I have multiplied these two things total, and 0 plus 4,000 will be 4,000. And I have cleared all these product ID, product name and all, so that I can add one more product. For example, let me take 3, click on enter. See, automatically have got all these things. And I'll also change the quantity here, I'll mention that to 3, click on add. See, I have added that. And here if you see the total amount, initially it is 0. So 0 plus 4,000, it became 4,000. And now I have added 1,500, so that these two things they have become again sum of these two things will be modified. And if you give some paid amount, for example, let me give 6,000, click enter, you will be getting 500, which is the returned amount. And if you click on save, that is presented here. Bill generated. We have got dialog box, bill generated. I'll show you the bill, how it is looking, how it will be looking like. Let me show the bill to you. So this is the thing that I have generated, right? Today is 19. So this is the thing that I have generated. If I open this PDF, so you will be getting all these things. Title, you will get contact number, you will be getting date and time from that label. You'll have a heading called buyer details, and inside that you have name, contact number. So what are the details that the buyer gives in the particular things like name, contact number, the same things will be reflected here. The email also and address, and you'll have a table. What are the table that we are having? That one I will be just displaying. So to display this one, this is the code that we have. This one. So in the iText PDF, I'm generating a document, okay, by using iText PDF. And here inside the try, if you see, I'm just writing that. So here I'm just taking an output stream, file output stream. So where to make that file generate? So that is in the path, I'm just giving the path and this path, F drive, and the name of your file, whatever the name that you give. So basically I'm talking about this one. So this is there, right? How it is being generated, you will get the name and you will get the date. How that is being generated is this one. Okay. So this is the path. Path is F drive. The name that you give. JLabel 15 is the date. Okay. And you will be getting .pdf. So this is how you will be saving your file. File name will be that. And once it is opened, you will be getting a paragraph 1 in which you have billing management system, and you will also have the contact number. You can just make the design even more efficient. If you see here, the design is not efficient. Okay, this is not like efficient. You can just make this to center, you can just generate few more things also, but I have just taken this as default. In the paragraph 1, I'm just having, you can just write whatever you want inside this paragraph, and I'm just adding that paragraph to the doc. And after that, you have paragraph 2 in which I'm having date and time and bringing the date and time. So we whatever the labels that you have for the date and for the time, I'm just bringing that. And see in the colons again, I'm just having buyer details and name, and in the name, I'm just getting the name from JTextfield1, right? So this name I'm appending. In the contact number also, this contact number I'm appending, and in the similar way, email address and address. All these things I'm appending, and also paragraph 2 also I'm appending to the doc again. Okay. You can see here I have a table, right? So to generate this table, I have taken this PDF table, this one. PDF table, one. So I'm just creating a new table in which I have added the cells like name, description, rate, quantity, and subtotal. And I'm bringing all these things. So not once, right? If you had 2 or 3 items, products, so that is the reason I'm just taking a loop here. How many times you add, that many times this loop will be iterated. Okay, and they like whatever is the count, until then I will be just iterating that, and I'm just bringing all these things, j label uh, 3 from the table 3, I'm appending here, that's all, into this table by giving I is nothing but the first. If it is first row, then first 1 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, and 1 comma 4. First row, first column, first row, first column, first row, second column. In that way, it will be appended. If it is second row, then 2 will be appended here. So that is how we will be taking that, and you are adding all these cells into the table again. So this is basically to generate a bill. So it is not compulsory that you need to include all these things. You can just include the buyer name and you can just mention the bill is generated or your total amount to be paid is something like that. You can just include that in the paragraph. But I'm just showing you how it is generated. Okay. So in the similar way, I'm just having a one more paragraph, that is paragraph 3, and inside that again you can, so if you take this paragraph, you can write whatever you want inside the paragraph, and by using this plus, you can just include the values that are presented here. See, total, and by using this plus, I'm just including the things that I'm having in JText field 10. That total you'll be having, and paid amount also I'll be bringing that from JText field 11. Returned amount I'll be bringing that from JText field 12, and at the last I'm just having thank you for visiting and please come again. That's all. And yeah, that is the thing that we'll be doing. So for the date, time, and all these things. So this is because I'm not only generating a bill, I'm also having a transaction table into which I have to also include the transaction. So that is the reason I'm just doing this. Okay, I'm just bringing all the date, time, buyer name, contact number, total, and all these things in the JText fields. I'm storing in this variable. Once the connection is established, I'm just inserting all these data into transactions table. That's all. It is not necessary. If you want to insert, you can also do that. So I have a table called transactions, and into that table, in the similar way that we have added the buyers and added the product, you'll be adding these transactions. That's all. Okay. And I have a J option, J message dialog, which will be displaying bill generated. And after that, I'll make this to visible of false, close this and open the same file again. So this is the thing that I'm doing to generate a bill. Okay. Is that clear to you about how I'm generating a bill? Is that clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you have few more things. They are optional, but I'll explain you. Like I have told you, right? Once I give the name here, click enter. If it is presented, then you will get all these things automatically. For example, let me just take something which is present in the table. See, you have got all these things, right? Automatically you will be getting them. In the similar the product ID also, one, if you click one, enter all these things. And if you click add, you are getting the total amount, right? If you just give some returned amount, click enter, you have to get returned amount. If you give the played amount and click enter, you have to get the returned amount. These three things, how I'm generating, we'll see that. That is the thing that we have. This is the last thing that we're having. Okay. So for that, you know like, right? In SQL, that is in queries, SQL queries, you'll be having like. So instead of using equal to, if you use like, so whatever the thing, for example, Kusuma I have given, right? If I just give K and click on enter, so whatever the thing that I have with K will be displayed there. So that is the thing that we are using here. Yeah, this is the starting. You have final total, that is to 0. This is about date and time. And this is how we are getting. So in the JText field 2, that is the name or contact number. First, I'm just taking JText field 2. So where is JText field 2? This is JText field 2. I'm just taking and storing in the contact number, establishing the connection. And after that, what I'm doing is select star from buyer. So whatever is the contact number, I'm just using like here. By using like, whatever is the contact number, that particular row of information I'm getting them and I'm storing here in the JText field 1, JText field 2, 3 and 4. Okay. And after that, so I am having in JText field 1, 2 and 3, right? In the similar way, if I give JText field 1 to some empty also, you have to get that. So that is the thing that I'm doing. So I'm just using like here instead of using equal to, where contact number equal to the contact number that I'm doing. So that is not the thing that I'm doing. I'm just giving the things that I have, that is contact number as a primary key, because that is unique, right? So that is the reason I'm just taking that. Okay. And if you see in the similar way, I will be showing you one more example. This is the product ID. If I give the product ID, click enter, we'll be getting all the things that are presented in the table. Because product ID will be having numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, something like that. So that is the reason I'm just taking equal to instead of using like. Once you give that and click enter, you have to get all the things and you have to store that in that particular tables. Otherwise, if you are not having that particular product ID, for example, if you give 10, you are having only 4 products inside the table. So you will not get anything. You will just make that fields to be empty. Okay, that is the thing that we are doing. And yeah, in the similar way, total also. In the JText field 11, we have paid amount, right? And after that, in the final total, I'm just like subtracting that from the final total. Z is Z minus final total. In the Z, I'm just having the paid amount. So I'm just subtracting that from the final total. Whatever is the value that is remaining, I'm just placing that in JText field 1. Okay. That is the thing that I'm doing. Automatically it is placed because once I click enter, it will be automatically placed. That is after action performed. So to make sure that this is happen, you have to just, so you have to get this function created, right? So to make that function created, you have to just go to that particular label in the design. That means you have to go to this one, right click, go to events, not events, this one. So once enter is pressed, right? So you have to go to this one, go to events, go to action, and select action performed. Okay, clicking enter, right? In the similar way, this one also, go to right click to, go to events, go to action, and go to action performed. So if you click enter, that should happen. So in that way, you have to write. Once action is performed, that means once you click enter, you will be getting the return amount here. That is the thing that we are doing. You have to use like keyword for this. So because this is product ID, you'll be using equal. If you want, you can also use like here. And to make this one happen, you have to just click enter. That is, you have to just make the action to action perform and write this one there. Show that again. How the total is being displayed. When the action is performed, you will be just getting this value there. Okay, and you can't edit that, so that is the reason I'm just setting the editable to false. And this is how the bill is generated. Okay, is that clear to you? Is that clear to you about generating the bill? Can someone respond? So it is not necessary that you have to make that task to this complex. So what you can do is, if you want to do it in a simple way, you can just take some labels in the similar way that I have performed the design. So this way you can just take like buyer details, product details, date and time if possible. If you want to do that, you can do buyer details, product details, and if you want to add this, you can add, or otherwise, if you want to directly change the rate here, instead of adding all these things, what you can do, you can just take the total amount. So if you multiply these two things, you will get the total amount, right? And once you add another product again, you have to update this one. You no need to add this table. You can just take total amount and you can update it or other again and again. For example, so you have added this, right? So if I take product ID 4, click enter, you'll get all these things, right? Once you click on add, so it is added here and also updated here, right? But you no need to add this one here. You can just directly update it here, and you can give some paid amount or something. And paid amount, return amount is also optional. That is not necessary. You can just generate the total amount, and if you click on save, you should generate a bill in which you no need to write all those things like headings, the names and all. You can just take a separate drive, and what you can do, you can just take a paragraph, and inside the paragraph write your total amount is, and whatever is presented in the JText field, this JText field, you can just display that there. So that will be your bill, and that is how you need to generate. So that this is a simple way. Instead of using all these things, you can do that. Okay. You can just take the total amount and you can just make it bill generate. Is that okay? Is that clear to you? Can someone respond? Is that clear to you about the task? Or else if you're having any doubt,
Yes, I was clear.
okay. If you're having any doubts also, you can ask me regarding this. Is everything clear? Okay then, so if everything is clear, then that's about today's task. We'll meet in our next class. Thank you.